What's going on? Wrestling vs. Family. Welcome back to the channel, and if you just clicked on this video, you are about to witness a breakdown of one of the most shocking, most dramatic, and most absolutely explosive moments in recent WWE history. I'm talking about Liv Morgan making her return to WWE television and dropping a bombshell that has everyone talking. She exposed Dominik Mysterio and Roxanne Perez's secret plan, and family. This revelation has turned the entire WWE universe upside down. Before we dive into this incredible drama, make sure you smash that like button, destroy that subscribe button, and annihilate that notification bell, because here at Wrestling vs. CC, we bring you all the hottest wrestling tea and the most comprehensive breakdowns. Drop a comment below telling me if you saw this coming or if you were completely shocked like the rest of us. Let's break down everything that happened. Family, to fully understand the magnitude of what Liv Morgan revealed, we need to talk about the context and the relationships involved in this situation. Liv Morgan has been one of the most compelling characters in WWE over the past year. Her involvement with the Judgment Day faction, her complicated relationship with Dominik Mysterio, and her rivalry with Rhea Ripley created some of the most talked about storylines in WWE. Liv has proven herself to be not just an incredible in-ring performer but also a masterful storyteller who knows how to keep the audience invested. Dominik Mysterio, family, has evolved from being Rey Mysterio's son into one of the most hated heels in WWE. His transformation has been incredible to watch. From the innocent kid who just wanted to make his father proud to the arrogant, manipulative member of Judgment Day who turned his back on his family and aligned with Rhea Ripley. Dominik's character work has been phenomenal, and his ability to generate heat from the crowd is off the charts. Every time he steps on screen, fans boo him mercilessly, and that's exactly what a great heel should accomplish. The relationship between Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio has been complicated and messy, family. There were moments of tension, moments of apparent attraction, and moments where loyalties were questioned. The WWE universe has been watching their interactions closely, trying to figure out what was really going on between them. Was Liv genuinely interested in Dominik? Was she trying to break up Judgment Day from the inside? Was Dominik playing Liv? The questions have been endless, and the speculation has been wild. Now enter Roxanne Perez into this equation, family. Roxanne is the NXT Women's Champion, one of the most talented young wrestlers in WWE, and someone who has been dominating the NXT brand with incredible matches and compelling storylines. On the surface, there seemed to be no connection between Roxanne and the main roster drama involving Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio. That's what made Liv's revelation so absolutely shocking and unexpected. Liv Morgan's return happened on Monday Night Raw, and family, the moment she walked out, you could feel the energy shift in the arena. The crowd erupted because everyone loves Liv, everyone has been invested in her story, and everyone wanted to know what she had to say. Liv grabbed a microphone with a look of determination on her face, and you could tell she was about to drop some serious information that was going to change everything. Liv started talking about her time away from television, family. She explained that she had been watching, she had been paying attention, and she had been gathering information. She talked about how she felt betrayed, how she felt used, and how she was tired of being manipulated by people she thought she could trust. The emotion in her voice was real, you could hear the pain and the anger, and the audience was hanging on every single word. Then Liv dropped the bombshell, family. She revealed that Dominik Mysterio had been working with Roxanne Perez on a secret plan all along. According to Liv, Dominik and Roxanne had been communicating behind everyone's backs, coordinating their actions to manipulate situations on both the main roster and NXT. Liv exposed text messages, she showed evidence of their meetings, and she laid out exactly how Dominik and Roxanne had been playing everyone for fools. The crowd was absolutely stunned, family. You could hear gasps throughout the arena as Liv revealed the details of this conspiracy. She explained that Dominik's apparent interest in her was all part of the plan, a way to distract her and keep her from interfering with other Judgment Day business. Meanwhile, Roxanne was working her own angles in NXT, creating chaos and distractions that benefited the overall scheme that she and Dominik had concocted together. Liv showed screenshots on the big screen, family, actual messages between Dominik and Roxanne where they discussed their plan. The messages talked about manipulating storylines, about using their positions to gain advantages, and about keeping their alliance secret from everyone, including Rhea Ripley, Finn Balor, and the rest of Judgment Day. This wasn't just a simple betrayal, this was a complex conspiracy that had been going on for months right under everyone's noses. The revelation about why Dominik and Roxanne were working together made it even more interesting. Family. According to Liv, they weren't doing this for Judgment Day or for any faction loyalty. They were doing this for themselves, building their own power base, creating their own opportunities, and positioning themselves to eventually take over both brands. Dominik wanted to break free from being seen as just Ray's sidekick, and Roxanne wanted to expand her influence beyond NXT. Together, they saw an opportunity to manipulate the system to their advantage. Liv explained how she discovered this plan. Family. She talked about noticing small inconsistencies in Dominik's behavior, catching him on his phone at odd times, hearing him mention things he shouldn't have known about. She started investigating, digging deeper, and eventually uncovered the entire conspiracy. Liv reached out to people in NXT, compared notes, and pieced together the full picture of what Dominik and Roxanne were doing. It was like she became a detective, uncovering a mystery that nobody else even knew existed. The implications of this revelation are massive for WWE storylines. Family. For the Judgment Day, this creates internal conflict and distrust. If Dominik has been working his own agenda this whole time, how does that affect his standing in the group? Does Rhea Ripley feel betrayed? Do Finn Balor and the others kick Dominik out? The faction that has been so dominant could be torn apart from the inside because of Dominik's secret alliance with Roxanne. For Roxanne Perez, this exposure is huge. Family. She's been portraying herself as the fighting champion of NXT, someone who represents the brand with pride and integrity. Now we find out she's been involved in this manipulative scheme with someone from the main roster. Her reputation is in shambles, her credibility is destroyed, and everyone in NXT is going to be questioning whether they can trust her. The locker room dynamics in NXT are about to get very interesting. The reaction from Dominik Mysterio was priceless. Family. When Liv was making these revelations, the cameras cut to backstage where Dominik was watching on a monitor, and the look on his face was pure panic. He knew he'd been caught, he knew his plan had been exposed, and he had no idea how to respond. You could see him frantically trying to figure out damage control, trying to come up with excuses, trying to salvage the situation. It was beautiful to watch a master manipulator get caught in his own web of lies. Roxanne Perez's response came later in the show. Family. She appeared via satellite from the NXT arena, and instead of denying Liv's accusations, she doubled down. Roxanne admitted that yes, she and Dominik had been working together, but she justified it by saying they were simply being smart, using the resources available to them, and doing what was necessary to get ahead in WWE. Her arrogance and lack of remorse made her an even bigger villain and instantly made fans want to see her get her comeuppance. The WWE Universe reaction to this revelation has been absolutely insane. Family. Social media exploded with reactions, theories, and memes. Fans were creating connection boards like they were solving a true crime case, going back through old footage to find clues they might have missed. People were posting screenshots of previous interactions between Dominik and Roxanne, moments that seemed innocent at the time but now take on completely different meaning knowing they were working together all along. Let's talk about the storytelling brilliance of this angle. Family. WWE has created a multi-layered conspiracy that spans both the main roster and NXT, connects multiple storylines, and involves characters from different factions and brands. This is the kind of complex, long-term storytelling that wrestling fans love. It rewards people who pay attention, it creates water-cooler moments where fans discuss theories, and it makes people want to tune in every week to see what happens next. The match possibilities coming out of this are incredible. Family. Liv Morgan vs. Roxanne Perez is now a must-see match with legitimate heat behind it. These two have real animosity now, real reasons to fight, and the WWE Universe is going to be completely invested in seeing Liv get revenge on Roxanne for being part of this conspiracy. Whether this happens on NXT, on Raw, or at a premium live event, this match is going to be fire. Liv Morgan vs. Dominik Mysterio also becomes even more compelling. Family. Their complicated relationship just got even messier with this revelation. Liv thought there might have been something real between them, and finding out she was being played the entire time adds emotional depth to their rivalry. If they have a mixed tag match or if Liv costs Dominik a big match, the story behind it makes everything more meaningful. For the Judgment Day faction, this creates fascinating internal drama. Family. Rhea Ripley is going to be furious that Dominik was keeping secrets from her and working with someone outside the group. Finn Balor and the others are going to question whether they can trust Dominik moving forward. We could see Dominik kicked out of Judgment Day, forced to align fully with Roxanne, creating a new power couple faction that operates separately from the established groups. The long-term storytelling potential here is massive. Family. If Dominik and Roxanne officially team up, they could recruit others who feel overlooked or underutilized, building a faction of young hungry wrestlers who are tired of waiting their turn. This could be WWE's version of a youth movement, a group that challenges the established order on both brands. The storylines that could come from this are endless. Liv Morgan's character gets a huge boost from this. Family. She went from being the woman caught in a complicated love triangle to being the hero who exposed a major conspiracy. Liv is now the sympathetic babyface that everyone wants to support, the detective who uncovered the truth, and the warrior who's ready to fight for justice. This character evolution is exactly what Liv needed to take her career to the next level. The promo work between these three characters moving forward is going to be must-see television. Family. Liv is excellent on the microphone and can deliver emotional, compelling promos. Dominik has proven himself to be a great heel who can generate heat with his words. Roxanne is developing into a strong talker who can hold her own in verbal exchanges. When these three are cutting promos on each other, trading insults and accusations, it's going to create television that people can't look away from. Let's also consider how this affects other wrestlers. Family. Other members of the women's division are going to have opinions about this situation. Rhea Ripley is going to want revenge on Liv for exposing this and potentially breaking up Judgment Day. Wrestlers in NXT are going to turn on Roxanne for bringing main roster drama to their brand. The ripple effects of this revelation are going to touch multiple storylines and create opportunities for various performers. The genius of this angle is how it makes fans go back and rewatch old segments. Family. People are going through months of WWE programming looking for clues they missed. Was there a moment where Dominik and Roxanne made eye contact? Was there a segment where their actions seemed coordinated? Finding these breadcrumbs and connecting the dots is part of the fun. And it makes fans feel smart when they spot something they didn't notice before. From a character motivation standpoint, this makes perfect sense. Family. Dominik has always been ambitious and willing to do whatever it takes to succeed. Using Liv, working with Roxanne, manipulating situations to his advantage, that's consistent with his heel character. Roxanne is NXT champion wanting to expand her influence and create opportunities on the main roster also makes sense. These aren't random character choices, they're logical progressions that feel earned. The wrestling world is buzzing about this storyline. Family. Wrestling podcasts are dedicating entire episodes to discussing the implications. YouTube is flooded with breakdown videos and theory content. Twitter is trending with hashtags related to this story. WWE has created a moment that transcends just their television product and becomes part of the broader wrestling conversation. That's when you know you've got something special. The production of this segment was masterful. Family. The way they revealed the information, showing the text messages on the big screen, cutting to Dominik's panicked reaction, getting Roxanne's arrogant response, all of it was perfectly orchestrated. WWE's production team deserves credit for making this revelation feel as important and dramatic as it needed to be. The camera work, the timing, the editing, everything contributed to making this moment memorable. Looking at potential premium live event matches, family, we could see a multi-person match involving all these characters. Maybe a mixed tag match with Liv finding a partner to face Dominik and Roxanne. Or a triple threat between the women with stipulations attached. WWE has multiple options for how to pay off this storyline, and all of them are exciting because of the solid foundation they've built with this revelation. The business implications are positive for WWE. Family. This storyline generates interest, creates must-see television, and gives fans reasons to tune in every week. Merchandise sales for these characters are likely to increase. Social media engagement is through the roof. When WWE creates compelling stories like this, everyone benefits, from the company to the performers to the fans who get to enjoy quality entertainment. Wrestling vs. Family. Liv Morgan's return and her exposure of Dominik Mysterio and Roxanne Perez's secret plan is one of the most exciting developments in WWE this year. This is complex, dramatic storytelling that creates investment, generates discussion, and sets up multiple compelling matches and storylines moving forward. This is why we love wrestling, family. These are the moments that make us passionate about this business. What are your thoughts on this massive revelation, family? Did you suspect Dominik and Roxanne were working together? Do you think Liv should get revenge? What matches do you want to see come out of this? Who else might be involved in this conspiracy? Drop all your theories, reactions, and predictions in the comments below. Let's discuss this incredible storyline. If this breakdown helped you understand this complex situation, show some love by destroying that like button. Subscribe to Wrestling vs. CC for more in-depth wrestling analysis and storyline breakdowns. We cover all the biggest moments with the detail they deserve. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our content. Share this video with everyone who loves wrestling drama. This is the kind of storyline that makes wrestling fun. Follow Wrestling vs. CC on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok for daily updates on this developing story and all things WWE. We're building the best wrestling community on the internet, and we want you to be part of it. Thank you for watching Wrestling vs. Family. Your support means everything, and I love breaking down these stories with you. I'll catch you in the next video where we'll continue following this storyline and covering all the biggest moments in WWE. Until then, stay invested, stay entertained, and remember that in WWE, trust no one. Peace out, family.